Good morning. Today we're going to take a look at XRP and the Sigma coin. So, all right, we're still red on our indicator, so we're just chilling. And we have this guy starting to now curve back up, along with this one pointing towards the 50-yard line aggressively, with some good green action showing up here today. Now, zooming in on the shorter time intervals that eventually will feed into this one, we are still red on the 2-day, but breaking above the 50-yard line on this one, and our daily is also green. So we're seeing some good support being built up in through here, and it is beginning to roll into the larger time frames, but we are currently patient because you can see, for example, over here, the daily turned green well within this price action, but then when it finally clicked over to the 3-day, that's when we had this breakout right here on this line. So definitely some time can play out still, so we're just going to let this run its course because we don't know if we're going to roll over anytime soon, so we're just waiting and watching. So currently cash is the position that we're in for the 3-day indicator, and that's probably the best. So now jumping in to the shorter time frames, let's go over here. Here we go. You can see we have a VWAP that we've been actually running up against, so you can see how often we smack into this, and we haven't yet actually broken through. In fact, we even rejected right on this level here. So lower may be in the cards. I personally am watching the S&P SPY ETF, and it is not looking so great in the background, and it closed a pretty good rejection low yesterday. So I suspect lower in the markets, which could give us that cascading down over the weekend, and that's something, smacks everything down going into Tuesday when the markets open. So liquidity, though, here we are on the larger weekly time frame, and you can see that a little batch of liquidity down here that they might go after first, but we have some more up here in the 40s and even some up here in the 68s. So this is the big area that we need to get above, is this big liquidity section here. Now, finally, Sigma is looking pretty strong here. So as it decides to load forever in a year, there we go. You can see that we have our head and shoulders pattern, and we're making our way pretty aggressively up to this shoulder area where we're going to probably chop on top of it and then continue onward. So this was in a post that Nathan Law asked me to make, and here we are. So it's looking pretty good going into this. Excuse me. And we're seeing our 3-day RSI continue forward and upward. So thanks so much for watching, and we'll check in tomorrow.